Good morning.
Late, and if I'm speaking honestly.
So it's time to get ready for school, and I thought I would show you kind of like my basic school makeup routine that I do, or that I have been doing this year at least. So starting off, I just want to use a little bit of eye cream. I did wash my face before I started filming this, so I just went and washed my face, and now I'm doing like my skincare preparations. I'm so sorry, you're gonna hear my brother showering the whole time because unfortunately I don't live alone, so I have to put up with other people. But I use the Bondi Sands eye cream, if it's gonna focus. It's not gonna focus. But I use the Bondi Sands eye spy cream, and I just tap that under my eyes to make it look like I got more sleep than I actually did. And then of course my Ordinary Moisturizing Factors Plus HA moisturizer. Now I have a feeling I've lost my usual makeup. I usually take a makeup bag to school so that I can touch up my makeup during the day, or if I've got an event after school I can touch it up before going to that event, and that's what I did on Tuesday, and I don't know where my makeup bag is. So that's kind of a problem, because if I have lost it on public transport or something, I've lost my Rare Beauty blush, I think, and my favorite mascara. So I'm hoping that it's in my locker. Fingers crossed. It's either in my locker, in my room somewhere, which it's not. I took it out of my room, or I've lost it. Let's all manifest that I have not lost it, because I would be heart shattered. Moving on, sunscreen. I use the Bondi Sands face sunscreen. It's SPF 50+, and I find that it's not greasy. I know like some sunscreens leave like a white cast and are super greasy, but this isn't too bad. And it's cheap and affordable, and I'm broke. So I put it on my face, on my neck, might need a little more, on my ears. Here we are, all good to go. Now, I know you can probably see, but I've got some healing acne at the moment. The solution I'm on to treat my acne dries them out and makes them scab, and then they go away. Look, I don't know, man. But I've got a few that are slowly going away, and then some fresher ones. I'm a teenager. You have to let me live my life. I have a good skincare routine. I just am a teenager. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I just put some on the back of my hand. I do this when I have like breakouts. I put it on the back of my hand and then use like a little brush and pop it on. I think I'm going to need to buy another concealer though, because this is running low. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 7:53 a.m.
Okay, I have to leave at 8:45 today, which is actually really late. But on Friday mornings at my school, we start at 9:50, so I get to sleep in a little bit, which is really nice. Last year we finished early, which meant that I was getting up at like 6 a.m. and then finishing school at like 12:45, which was lovely, but I would rather the sleep in, so I'm not mad about staying at school until the end of the day, but I get a little bit of a sleep in the morning. Alright, I'm just gonna spot conceal for now, and then I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and marinate on my face. And then, because it's not going on any breakouts, I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eyes. I definitely need to get new concealer tonight. Alright, to blend out my acne, and I found this works really nicely for me, I tap around the edges with like my mini little fluffy concealer brush, and then once I've tapped around the edges, I go in with my finger and then just tap it out a bit more so that it blends. And that's just how I cover my breakouts. When I have breakouts, I try to avoid using a beauty blender because I find it just picks up too much of the product and doesn't cover it the way I like. So I try to avoid beauty blenders. But honestly, blending with my fingers, I feel works better. I don't know if it's like the heat of my hands. I wonder what would happen if you like put a beauty blender in the microwave and then used it for your makeup, because then wouldn't it be warm? Would that help it blend better? This pimple here doesn't want to cover, so I just put a little bit more on, and I'm just going to let it sit while I do some of my other makeup steps. So I'm using the Crayola Ultra Foundation Palette. I got it when I did a makeup course and it was really expensive, so I'm going to use it. But I use this for my... Oh, that's really dark. It looks really dark, but it's not that bad once I blend it out. I use this to like contour my face, technically, because I don't have liquid contour or cream contour. So I use this. It's foundation, but it works. And then I use a beauty blender and I just tap it out. I got my school photo back yesterday. Oh my gosh, it is so bad. I was looking at it, and because I was wearing like a scoop neck, it looks like my neck is massive in this photo because it's like a headshot. And I didn't think that through because I was like, I'm gonna wear a cute outfit because I want my last school photos to look cute. I look like, you know that Noah Beck meme? The like Noah neck? I look like that in my school photo. And I'm so sad because it's my last school photo. It's okay. It's gonna exist for this year and then I'll forget about it forever. Honestly, nothing can be worse than my grade 6 photos. So it's fine. It really is fine. Let me just tap that out. Look, it's not gonna be completely covered. It looks pretty good on camera actually. It's still there, but whatever. Whatever. And then usually this is where I would go in with my Rare Beauty blush, but it is MIA at the moment. That's gonna be too purple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face and use a powder blush today, but normally I'd use a liquid blush. I could use a lipstick. Yeah, so I usually do use my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Joy, so it's very peachy. But since today it's MIA, we're going to have to deal with something else, and I've got my Crayolan lipstick palette. It's the same artist palette that I got from my makeup course that I did. And I don't actually use this for anything else, so I'm just going to use it for my blush today because why not? And I don't want to hear anyone saying, you can't put lipstick on your cheeks and use it for blush. You certainly can. It's literally fine. I do it all the time. So I'm going to use like the peachy red shade because that's probably the closest to, oh, that is very orange though. I'm going to mix it. So I'm putting the peachy red on, but that is a bit too orange, and then I'm going to mix it with some of the actual red, but blend it with a beauty blender and hope for the best. Alright, there we go. It actually doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty similar to my normal blush, but we've got to set the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to set all of like the problem areas that I spot conceal just so they have a little bit more support. I don't know what to say. I'm not a makeup guru. I'm not a beauty guru. I don't do makeup here on YouTube. What I do is I try my best and I wing it. And why would anything be different today? Alright, now that that's all sitting on there, I'm just gonna lightly bake under my eyes and I'll let the rest sit there for a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, again I'm using the Crayolan translucent powder. Look, I'm trying to use up all the stuff that she gave me. I paid a lot of money and I'm not doing the course anymore. It was a really bad course. Oh, since I've lost... You're kidding. Since I've lost my makeup bag, I've lost my eyebrow gel and I've lost like my little spoolie that I use. It's fine. Alright, now for my eyes, I know I did black eyeliner for a really long time, but for school at the moment, I really like just getting some brown eyeshadow. I'm using this palette. It's definitely expired. But I am broke, and if anyone wants to buy me a new palette, that'd be lovely, but I'm broke, so I'm just gonna use this palette for now. Oh well. You can't judge me. You can't tell me that you've got all your palettes are in date and all the rest of it. But I'm gonna use some of the darker shades just up here. I'm gonna tap most of it off. I just do like a little wing. So coming from like the very corner of my eye, I just do a line coming out. Then I pull it back into the line of my eye. Yeah, so I pull it back in so it looks a little bit like this. And then I go under my eye as well, just to try and make my eyes look bigger than they actually are. And then with a fluffy brush, I just blend out the under eye that I've just put on. Because otherwise it looks a little bit silly. But I blend it out just a little bit, so it kind of looks like this. And then I repeat on the other side. And I use one of two brushes for this. I either use one of these angled brushes, or one of these brushes that have kind of like a really sharp edge. So my eyeliner looks like this. Basically I like putting it under my eyes because I know a lot of people say, why do you put it under your eyes? You just brightened your under eyes. I put it under my eyes so that my bags look intentional. And it doesn't look like I haven't slept in 4 years. Alright, now lashes. So I curl my lashes with this lash curler. It's got like a comb in it. It's from MCO Beauty, which is like a Woolworths brand. I actually don't know what it is, but I find it at Woolworths. And I curl my lashes with this curler. This is probably one of the best eyelash curlers I've ever used, in my opinion. And then I have lost my usual mascara as well. It was in that same bag. It's usually the Bye Bye Panda Eyes mascara from Essence, but today I'm using the Essence Lash Princess, the purple one. I don't know what it is. I think it's volumizing and lengthening. It's not a horrible mascara. I do prefer the other one. This one was my favorite mascara for a very long time though. So I've been like obsessed with The Last of Us lately. So I've watched the show up until this point. Last episode comes out on Monday. I'm very, very excited, very scared, very nervous, want to cry. But I did steal my brother's PlayStation so that I could play the game. Turns out I absolutely suck at playing video games. I thought, how hard can it really be? Considering I had this game on the easiest mode and I still sucked, very. So I gave up. I got like halfway through the game, spent 3 days playing it, gave up for now. I might go back and try to do it later, but for now I've given up. And instead I'm watching someone else play it on YouTube. I wish I was good at playing video games. I don't know why I'm not, because my dad and my brother are both fabulous at playing video games. Why am I so bad? I know that like we can't all be good at everything, but I just wish I was good at video games. But on that same note, I'm quite literally obsessed with this franchise. I have watched pretty much every YouTube video I can find without spoilers. I've listened to podcasts, I've watched the show twice. It's not good, it's not looking good for me. I don't know why this happens. Like every few months I'll find something to latch onto and obsess over. And right now it's one of two things. This is always an obsession for me. But right now I have listened to Fourth Wall by Rule non-stop since last Friday when it came out. When I say non-stop, if you look at like, I have an app called Earbuds, which is basically, I don't know if you guys know how on Spotify on the computer you can see what your friends are listening to. Earbuds is basically that for your phone. And if you look at what I've been listening to lately, ready? It's literally still going. That's enough for now, but it would go on for like, I think I screen recorded it and the screen recording was like 1 minute and 30 seconds long. It's a really good album, you guys should stream it. I'm just wiping off all the setting powder that I had baking away on my face. But that's my lashes and my eyeshadow eyeliner done. My lashes usually look a whole lot better if I use my other mascara that I've lost. So, but today that's how they're looking, and that's fine. Alright, for eyebrows, I went and stole my mum's little eyebrow pencil with a spoolie on the end, and I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows. This is so sad. I don't like filling them in because I feel like it makes my face look weird. But yeah, so those are my eyebrows. They're just brushed, nice, combed. I'm gonna need to do a makeup shop after school today. This is so sad. But that's what happens when you misplace stuff. I actually don't know where it is because I remember putting my makeup bag in my school bag and then it wasn't there when I went to get it out. So unless someone stole it, I don't really know what's happening. Alright, and for my hair, I just took it out of the braids that I had it in last night, and I'm just gonna tie the front two pieces back. Should I leave a little bit in the front? Leaving like my curtain bang pieces out. Then the front two pieces I'm going to tie back so that I just have the wavy hair and then it's tied back, but it's not as puffy. And then I'm going to use my little butterfly claw clip, and I'm going to put that on the hair tie. And then final step is going to be lip gloss. I either use like a clear lip gloss. This goes on clear, I'll show you. It doesn't really have any color. I use either like a clear lip gloss or a kind of brownie red lipstick with gloss over the top. But for school today, I just want to use a little bit of lip gloss. Well, that's my makeup done for the day. I will do a better makeup tutorial when I find my bag, fingers crossed, or when I get all the products I usually use back. May take a while because I am broke. And some of the products I had in there were really expensive, and if I've actually lost it, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Besides the point. Thank you so much for watching today. I have to finish getting ready for school. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions or things you'd love to see from me, please let me know. I always love reading your comments. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you all next week. Bye!